Greetings to all of your viewers globally who is in fact watching us today. And in fact, it's a very, very pleasant morning in India. And I'm tuning in from the Bangalore, you can say the career studio of IIHM. Extremely happy to have along with me today Mrs. Manila, who is of course the guest of the day today. And we are amidst a very, very exciting moment because we are amidst the Young Chef Olympiad 7th season. Yes, guests, all of you who are in fact here with us today, I would have to tell you that we are amongst a very, very beautiful company of a great teacher, a great educator, none other than our beautiful guest of the day, Mrs. Manila Carvalho. Talking about her, well, she's a teacher by profession, a principal by profession, and she has journeyed 30 years as an educationist. She's a founder principal of DPS Bangalore East, a postgraduate in education and psychology, as well as a qualified special educator. She is currently a PhD research scholar with the Annamalai University and is researching on her thesis, which is titled as the effect of academic adjustment and parental pressure on the mental health of senior secondary students. She's also been featured on many of the regional TV channels as an educationist and woman achiever, and has contributed many articles to various journals, newspapers, and published papers in the reputed journals. She has been rendering services as resource person for conducting CBSE workshops. She is currently holding the position of a chairperson for Bangalore Sahodaya Schools Complex Association. Mrs. Carvalho has widely traveled both in India and abroad in connection with education and is a recipient of several state, national, and international awards. I am so fortunate and honored to have you along with me, ma'am. A very, very warm welcome to all of you.
Same here. Thank you so much for having me here.
Manila, ma'am, you have been in the journey of education for so long. And the last 1 year definitely has been one particular year which has been very, very differently set from all these particular years. Ma'am, I would like to basically know your thoughts to begin with today, on how education has progressed in the last 1 year of your time.
A lot of changes have happened in this 1 year. Of course, we keep saying that pandemic has disturbed us a lot. Of course, it has disturbed, but at the same time, the technology growth has given us so much of, closeness that we are able to reach out to anybody in any part of the world. And when it comes to education, I don't believe that education is only chalk and talk method or from, reading from the textbook. Education can be given from any area, from any side. A child doing any little work at home, maybe, washing his own plate at home, will be learning a skill for life. That is the learning. And that is actually experiential learning. So over these years, though we are not able to meet the children face to face, of course, we miss them terribly, but we do see them on screen now and then. We talk to them, and we also are given an opportunity for them to come to school whenever they feel like with their parents. No, because in the school we have taken all precautions so they are safe. So senior children do come and visit the school, and hope everything will fall in place and we'll have children back in school again.
Absolutely, Manila ma'am. I think that is a very beautiful and positive thought that, all of us educators have in our mind, taking up the challenges and, of course, rendering the best for our kids no matter what happens. And that's the beautiful note, ma'am, that you've set in. Ma'am, I have something to ask you, and that is, it is very well known that evolution only happens by learning new skills, developing these skills and qualities, and then embodying them. In the last 1 year, technology has been leveraged to deliver inclusive education. I would like to know your insights on the same, ma'am.
The main goal of inclusive quality education is to equip the students of all categories with skills that will make their life productive and become resourceful for the development not only of their personal self, but the society as well. With inclusive, we mean the children with various intellectual capacities, with different economic status, the physically challenged children, or mentally disturbed children. The quality education does not limit to literacy and numeracy, but also it provides scope for wider life skills that empower them to be leaders and change makers. So this last 1 year has been a real challenge for all of us as educators And even for parents back home, they literally became teachers, for the last 1 year. And I'm sure they have learned the art of teaching, and they'll be a good teachers henceforth. But we have learned tremendously, and our children also have learned and stepped up, and they're able to learn not face to face, but virtually as well.
With the role of technology, in fact, technology always has been a part of our life, ever since we know, when technology evolved. But then how differently has it basically gone ahead and you can say, made a difference in a role of a teacher, like, teachers going ahead and accepting, and teachers coming from all stratas of society, all kind of, you can say backgrounds. How do you think that basically it has made a difference in the life of a teacher with technology involved, ma'am, in class?
Yeah. In fact, we were using technology, not only in our school, in most of the schools, some kind of technology was in place even before COVID, but not extensively used like how we are using now. Because our Indian education system is mostly chalk and talk method, and maybe here and there while explaining certain concept, we may put some video or bring out some charts or PPTs and things like that. But now the entire system of education is through technology, and teachers have become very, very innovative these days, and a lot of workshops are going on to handhold the teachers. Support is given by every institution, every management is supporting the teachers to step up and reach out to the expectation of the students. Initially, some of the teachers did feel little difficulty because the bandwidth at home or the systems are not available, or you will have stage fear kind of a thing, because when you're coming on a screen, though you're teaching a child in the house, you're teaching the audience who are there at home. And sometimes you could hear the negative comments by the people at home. I think that one we need to restrict, because teachers are playing a different role at the moment. We cannot expect everybody at the same level. How our five fingers are different level. Teachers in the campus also, not only in the school, but in every organization, we have people at the different level. And each individual who are at the different level doesn't mean that they're useless for the institution. In some way, on some capacity, they are definitely add on value to the institution. And hats off to the teachers who immediately jumped on and accepted the technology. Initially they used to say, if the technology comes in, it will replace the teacher. But of course not. What replaces is a teacher who knows technology may replace a teacher who do not know technology. So we need to empower and learn technology, because we are educating the children who are born in millennium. We are all migrants. In spite of that, I think we are very good at technology. We have learned and we do so many things. We shouldn't feel hesitant to learn something new, which is definitely going to add on value to our personality as well.
Absolutely, ma'am. I completely agree with you. And together with teachers, we have in fact seen, ma'am, the role of parents as well. And again, just not talking about cosmopolitan cities like Bangalore, even maybe the tier 2 cities, the tier 3 cities, where sometimes, technology can be a challenge for parents who might not be very, very used to, using a smartphone or maybe a computer. They have gone ahead and given a lot of support, I believe, to our students. Ma'am, I would like to basically understand from your end, since you're in the capacity of taking care of so many different kind of children and also differently, specially able children, what has been, ma'am, your particular, you can say experience of handling parents and parents basically coming to you and talking about it, ma'am? I would like to know from you.
Yeah. Parents had problem using the technology even before, before COVID time. Parents used to come and tell us, ma'am, whole day my child is sitting with the phone. All the time my child is glued to the TV and all. But I always, ask them, I said, who has encouraged this? See, if you see these days, the young parents, I'm not there to blame. I think as a mother, it is for everybody. But I have seen this young couple, young parents, to keep the child engaged. Even when the child is small, they show the phone that is there in their hand. Okay, child is not able to hold the phone properly in hand, but in spite of that, balances and holds and tries to see what is there. When the child is in the pram, when the parent is pushing it across for a walk in the evening, there is an iPad or there is a something screen in the hand of the child, where instead of encouraging the child to see the nature around, we are making the child get addicted right from the young age. Now, who needs to be blamed here? I think it is we as parents needs to be blamed. And when the children reach the age of a puberty, they get more attached to that, or more addicted to that, because they feel that is the only friend which give them support. And age of puberty, where the child changes, have changes physically as well as mentally, they get more answer through that technology than from the parents. How much time we spend with the children explaining the bodily changes that happen during puberty? Very few. We feel shy to talk to our own children, or even something children ask, we try to evade that question. We don't even answer them. But children needs to be spoken and explained why they shouldn't be using technology. Using technology is not bad. Using technology is good, but the right way of using technology, we must teach the children. If you teach the child right from young age how much technology needs to be used, child learns gradually, and child will become very open to the parents if the parent is open to the child to discussing certain issues that are very personal, some are related to their growth. These things need to be attended by the parents. Then only I think children will definitely give up on technology to search for things. Because we have children, parents come and tell, I was checking the history and I saw the child was
Right.
watching pornographic movie. I said, why the child is
Yes.
watching? If you had given the child the right way of guidance, child wouldn't have gone. Child has got so many questions. He's trying to seek answers for this question. That is the reason he's reaching out to this technology to get the answer, and where he gets the answers in a jiffy. But as a parent, have you spent enough time to and explain to the child what are the changes that's happening in your body? What are the things? What are dreams? What are wet dreams? Nobody's explaining to them.
Yes.
What is bedwetting? Nobody's explaining to them. So we need to explain to the children. I think that time children will come on. This year, in fact, children are not met, as a team. They have not met in school.
Right.
Otherwise, when the children come to school, the teenagers, they have their own group. They must be discussing among themselves and exchanging their thoughts. And there is some support. Okay, that person is also feeling the same thing. I'm also feeling okay, it is something normal, they may think. But this year it has not happened. I think this year we need to spend, the parents must spend time with their children. In case they are not in a position to explain what is the changes that are happening, I think they should reach out to a doctor or some relative in the family who can explain to the children in a right manner. So using technology is not bad. Using it in a right manner needs to be taught to the children. And children, it is not that every child is addicted to the technology. No, not at all. There are children who are getting addicted to it because they have been brought up like that. There is no other companionship apart from the technology.
Yes.
And even if you tell the child don't use the laptop too much or mobile too much, what is an alternate for that? Have you created that? You have to create something interesting for the child, then only child will give up on this. So I think that we need to look into that.
Absolutely, ma'am. Completely agree with that. And also, ma'am, I think it's also about, just like you said, that technology is the only companion for a child today. And
Yes.
especially during this time, they have been in front of the screen for
Yes.
hours together, only taking classes online, have been
Yeah.
able to see all of us maybe only on the screen. And in some way, ma'am, I feel also, they're not able to go ahead and have friends for themselves,
Very true.
which which I think, ma'am, is something that, as educators, like, with somebody like you going ahead and taking forward and explaining that to the society and definitely to the parents makes a lot of difference to them, ma'am. In fact, to the young parents as well.
Yeah. Mhm.
Ma'am, I would like to basically know about your message. What do you basically think about education in the prevailing times, and how do you think with technology, as our background, as a support system, tomorrow's education looks like for the future students of ours?
We need to prepare the children with various skills that help them to stand on their foot. It is not only, I told you initially, it is not only learning from the textbook and the notebook or what is coming through mails. And no, it is much more. I think we need to provide the children with experiential learning. Every experience the child goes through learns. That is very, very important. And it's a simple things like, asking the child to, to collect some funds to help the needy. It's a learning. Teaching the children what is sustainability and how to work towards sustainability. teaching the children how to help out the people who are less privileged. That is a learning. So I think every stage it is very important for the children to learn, not to learn only from the textbook, not to increase our knowledge. Knowledge increasing is something different, which is required to answer the examination. But I think in a life, there is some other lessons which we need to learn. In earlier system, the Gurukul system, where the teacher is to bring the children to his house, and these children who are his disciples is to work everything for the Guru. Every work, washing vessels or collecting wood or drying clothes and cooking food, all these things were taught to the children, and children learn the life skills there. And that skill what the children have learned there, that is for life. I think we need to encourage children to learn that, than learning only from the textbook and notebook, mug up and reproduce and get good marks and get into good colleges when they do not know how to adjust with the neighbor. That is very bad. So they need to learn in a team. They should understand how to work in a team. They should reach out to the people who are less privileged. They should learn the beautiful nature that is around us and do something for that. That is very important.
Completely agree, ma'am. And I'm absolutely in awe of all your inspiring words.
Thank you. Thank you,
Always.
Sanjay.
Manila, ma'am, we are amidst the YCO, as we mentioned already, and there
Yeah.
are a lot of viewers all around the world who's in fact watching us right now and listening to you. Ma'am, your message to all the young chefs, we have about more than 40 countries participating.
Wow.
And, all over the globe, people are watching us and listening to this amazing, inspiring conversation between us. So, ma'am, your message to all the participants of YCO and definitely the students of IIHM and the world level, ma'am.
Yeah. No, I must congratulate IHM first because I've been associated with you for quite some time and you are doing an amazing work. Amazing work in terms of motivating the children right from their middle school, where you're organizing competitions for them, where you're trying to draw their attention towards something called cooking and beautifying the table, to recognize the things that are required to make a product, or the leadership qualities to develop. I think that is very, very important. And even for the senior children, the teachers out here reaching, because when the teachers start developing the interest, they can automatically pass on the interest to the children as well. I think that is very important. It's a very lovely thing that you all are doing, and organizing these Olympiads, and not only to learn practical but also to learn answer these exams and do well also is something which is tremendously appreciated by all. And you have an excellent team. I must tell them Purnima is there, Deblina is there, Shweta is there, and especially Shelly, who drives us crazy sometimes. I always tell them, Shelly, you talk so much, you don't let me speak, and I
Yes,
really
ma'am.
appreciate the spirit that she has behind. I think you have an excellent team to drive your dream ahead. I think that is very, very important. And we have a lot of children. And these days, when the children are back home, in fact, we have organized daily one activity for the children where they have to do the activity what is suggested by us and post the recording of that, and we post it in our website as well as Facebook. And when we had given a competition where the children have to prepare some food from home, the large number of students came forward and did this. It is something amazing. So children back home, they have plenty of time. I'm sure these children are reaching the kitchen and learning. And all the students who are doing this course of hospitality, hospitality industry, you are a fantastic career that you're going to have it, because this is something very, very important, not only in your career but in your families as well. You can reach out to person's heart through the stomach, they say. I think you will have an excellent way to reach out to every person. So my wishes to each one of the students across the country, across the world, for being a part of such an innovative career which is open to you all. Hospitality industry is there from the beginning, but what IHM has done has brought in innovation. There is a revolutionary changes in the field of teaching, field of reaching people, and I have been attending a lot of their functions. The way the students, they themselves organize these functions and the preparation of such lovely dishes and the drinks and those things, I think it is tremendous. And I always feel I should have gone back and started my own career once again by joining your IHM college and learn something new. I think this is very nice. And thank you so much for making us a part of your organization. And you are doing a fantastic job. And my best wishes to all of you.
Thank you so much, Manila ma'am. That in fact has charged all us up, and definitely, our dream, Dr. Bose's dream, our, of course, our founder chairman's dream. This is all intact, and this is all basically possible because of the great support that you and definitely, ma'am, all of your team members give us.
Thank
So,
you.
ma'am, we are very grateful and we are very, very happy for your support. And, please enjoy the YCO forward together. We need to basically go ahead and basically render the best of education to our citizens, our students, and definitely the future of our country, ma'am. Thank you
Very
so
good.
much for all your support.
Thank you. Thank you so much.